Welcome, my homies, to the Please Do Tell podcast, where age is just a number and stories know no bounds. I'm Ronnika, your millennial storyteller, here to bridge the generation gap, one captivating narrative at a time. In each episode, we embark on a journey together, exploring shared experiences, heartfelt connections, and the timeless art of storytelling. From the wisdom of baby boomers to the perspectives of Gen Z, there's a tale for everyone in our diverse tapestry of human experiences. So grab your favorite beverage, settle into your comfiest chai, and prepare to be swept away by tales that resonate across generations. Get ready for insights, laughter, and moments that remind us of our shared humanity. Thank you for joining me on this adventure. Now, without further ado, let's get this storytelling going, okay? Hey, my homies. Welcome back. We're still in the month of July. And July is, I say it's third shift, and that's when a lot of things happen in my life. Let's see, I've moved a couple times in the month of July. I've ended jobs in July. Moved jobs. Breakups in July. July is just that month of, seasons change. That was a couple weeks ago. Okay. So you all, I want to go back to a time where I'm trying to think of how I want to, because this story time is extremely vulnerable for me because I've been going through, I think I told you, cleaning out my office area. That was like one of my tasks a couple weeks ago. And I found my old journal from 2011. So this was before my dad even passed. This is the time when I was starting internships, kind of going back and forth with who am I dating, and some other cool stuff. So I'm going to read a couple of, I don't know if I really want to read a couple of entries from my journal, and I kind of skim them like, okay, that's what I was going through at that time. Oh my gosh. But I'm also going to put what happened during this time in the show notes as well, because mind blowing, right? Okay, so month of July. Let's get into it. So it was, and I have props today, and I know you're probably like, what is she doing? I'm always full of something. So let's see. You all, I think I shall go with, and I don't want anything to clash with the red lip, but it's okay. I think I'm going to go with these. Just to accent the denim. Okay. You like? Okay. I kind of feel like this is almost like a cool version of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, but I just paint my nails and I have a case of cool, funky glasses. So even like throughout the story time, I may switch them out. I've done that before too. So the month of July. Okay, this was my first year as an intern at the Museum of the Confederacy in Richmond, Virginia. So I started a blog the following year in 2012, which is still active because I was able to pull some articles from there, which I will be able to read. And that's also the blog that I was able to share with my dad when he was in the hospital before he passed. Well, about a couple months before he passed. But this right here, baby. Y'all ready? Okay. July 16th, 2011. It's been weeks since I have wrote in my journal. I've neglected to write down my inner thoughts and frustration, and that's probably why I find myself numb at this very moment. I just spent the last 2 weeks, being around this guy named James. And I must say, I am weak. He drained me emotionally, spiritually, mentally, and it has affected me physically. Dealing with him was like dealing with a previous guy times 3. His attitude made him extremely unattractive, and therefore I am delighted that he is gone. Oh my God. I truly believe we were meant for a season because I know I cannot alter myself to deal with that type of verbal abusive environment. The whole my way or no way attitude does not work. Now, mind you, I'm in the thick of an life-changing internship. And I'm dealing with foolishness. So that okay. Thank you for deliverance, okay? I saw the highway more than I wanted to going back and forth to Virginia. That I picked a fight so he could get his car because I knew the events of yesterday was bound to happen. Did he ride with me? The only good day we had was Sunday when we went to church and we saw Transformers 3. Gosh, that was a long time ago. Okay. From him getting sick on Monday night to yesterday taking 20 plus Tylenol to cure a headache to him eating my piece of cheesecake was when I came home and my piece of cheesecake was gone, I had had enough. Don't remember when he went in my refrigerator. This is all from the hotel. Don't know when he went in my refrigerator, but clearly he snagged my cheesecake and I was pissed. I am convinced he is not okay and needs to seek help. I needed the help for even dealing with this, okay? Unbelievably, because his parents are like I had only known this guy for a few weeks and I was already meeting his parents. I should have known that was a red flag right there. Are such sweet people. He wanted, every time that we would go out to eat, he would state that he wanted a son. I knew that that was not my ministry. Whew, he just called. Then I said he just called getting on my nerves and will probably continue to get on my nerves. He said his headache was so severe he could have had a brain aneurysm. It was probably all those, and I wrote this in, it was probably all those damn Tylenol. The only thing that makes sense this weekend was talking about our past situation, which I came to the conclusion that I was all right, but he kept referring to his past girlfriend as his girl. I knew for sure at that point I didn't want to move forward with this situation. Yes, I still love the guy that I was actually having the conversation with him about, but I know that life goes on. I've done some things that were not right, but I have paid the price for them. I feel lost with my goals again, but I do know there are some things I must correct first. I told you July is like the story of my life, of me reflecting and shifting and all of that. Whenever I tell anybody that I was even an intern at the Museum of the Confederacy, I always get like, you did what? What did you do? Why were you there? And not listening to what I had to say about how that experience opened so many doors for me. Like now I'm able to, I know what it looks like to put together an exhibit, to present, to talk to the press because we were in the newspaper. And also how to deal with the public because you see that James was of the public and I just wasn't here for it. I met James in the parking structure that was attached to the VCU hospital, and it was also a part of the museum. That's where you were able to park to go to the museum and actually tour the Confederate White House. My friend Shanita and I laugh about just even giving that guy the time of day, wasting my time. Because, I'm a talker. I love stories. If you got a story, you're stuck with me. I'm going to keep listening. And this guy had all the stories, and so did his parents. And I was taking it all in, and I didn't know anybody. And other than the other interns, I didn't know any. Well, yes, I did. I did party with two of my classmates. But before that, I didn't really know anybody in Virginia, so it was really cool I thought it was cool for me to be around a local and do local things like going to Croker Spot and, just stuff that I didn't have to do with the people I worked with. And I paid the price for it because I was annoyed for at least the last few weeks of my internship. But I thank God for deliverance because I'll tell y'all this because it's funny. Um, I have never, and this is how you don't know a person, and when God removes people out of your life, it's a reason. It's truly a reason behind it, and maybe you'll realize the reason right away, and then sometimes it's a little delayed. I would say like a little delayed reaction, like, oh, that's why they're no longer around. Thank you, God. I was This was months after not speaking to James. I called James and no. I'm not let me back up. No, that's not what happened. I'm in the parking lot. I don't even know where I was. I know I was back in North Carolina. Probably in the parking lot of like a Food Lion or something. I get a phone call. It's a number I don't know, but I said, oh, that area code is Virginia. Like maybe it's Miss Teresa or Eric or somebody calling from the museum. Not sure. Like who else would be calling me from Virginia, where I don't have the number stored. I pick up the phone and it said, is this Ronnika Williams? Yes. We are calling on behalf of let me quick rewind to this. North Carolina, you're not able to gamble in North Carolina. Like I don't think there's lottery. Is there lottery? I don't even think there's lottery there. But I know that there's like no casinos or anything like that. And they definitely don't have check and goes. They don't have that there. But people would drive from, if they were in dire need of something like that, they would drive from Durham or parts of North Carolina to Virginia to get to do the check and go and the cash advances. So I get this call and Ronnika Williams? Yes. We're calling from I'm gonna just make up the check and go in Richmond, Virginia. Have you spoke with a James? What is this regarding? So he took out a cash advance and put you down as a reference. Exactly what I said. I said, that grown ass man put me down as a reference. He has a full-time job. Like I was going out. He has a full-time job. I don't. I'm in school. So he put me down as a reference. So it's just my name and my phone number down there. Like there's nothing. He didn't have access to anything else. She said, yeah, just your name. And I said, okay, let me tell you this. You all should remove my name. I don't even know why you have my name and my number down. You should remove it because if you or him contact me again, I'm just going to contact the police. She said, all right, you have a good day. I said, you too. I hung up and I called James because it was one thing that James used to do. He used to belch like while he's speaking and not say excuse. Like it used to irritate my soul. I'm like it shouldn't be this hard making friends. Like that's all I can. It just shouldn't be this hard making friends. So I called him and I said, hey. He said, hey, stranger. I said, hey, I just wanted to run something by you. Are you a fan of those like cash advance places? And he was like, yeah, I've taken out of time. I said, well, clearly you're late on one of them because they're calling me looking for you. So you probably should contact them. Oh, yeah, I should. And then he started belching. And then I was just like, you know what? After this call, I'm going to block you. I've already blocked the cash advance place. And then just, you won't be able to contact me again. He was saying something. And I rarely hang up on people. But this time I don't call it hanging up because I said, okay, thanks, as he's talking. Okay, thank you. Bye. And that was the last time me talking to him. So again, in the month of July, I find great pleasure in taking out the trash. There was an experience, or I should probably stop using it. There was an internship that I needed to complete. And I knew that that internship was going to lead to an exhibit in North Carolina at UNC Chapel Hill's library. And I really didn't need anyone attached to me that was that negative. Like, I know that we have times where it's just like, we're just really low. It's almost like a woe is me. Yeah, we have those moments, but well, they say Jane showed up with his best representative the first week that I met him. The following weeks, it just got progressively worse. And I just said, for friendship, definitely not companionship, but friendship or just anyone that you want in your circle, when you see those signs of like, this is bigger than me, you just got to get out. You do. And that's why, another reason why I love the month of July, because you're able to take inventory. And I'm speaking really for myself. I'm able to take inventory. It's warmer outside. Well, in the Midwest. I don't know about y'all in the South because y'all are burning up. When my friend Alicia in Phoenix said it was 116, don't want it. Don't want it. But I'm able to go through a lot of boxes, a lot of everything, and just purge. And that's how I was able to find this journal. And I took some pages out of it just so I can be able to share them with you all, just to have a mindset of where I was at the time. So after this internship, after James, I went back to North Carolina and continued on with my studies. And then we know a couple years later, like 2011 is that time when I had surgery. I had to have surgery again on my hand because my accident was in March of 2010, and then I had to have surgery again in February, March of 2011. So there was so many things going on in my life, and I just had to stay the course. And sometimes there will be people that will be placed in your path that you have to decide. And this is people and things that you're like, you know what? That does not serve me anymore. Okay? So I just wanted to do that quick story time with y'all just to give you an idea of what I was going through, in which I believe this episode may be airing on July 16th. And that's where I was 13 years ago. That's where my mindset was. And I just thank God that he has allowed certain people to just drift into my life and also drift out that do not serve a purpose in my life. And it's just, I thank God for it. But that brings us to the end of another episode of Please Do Tell. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey through the power of storytelling. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast and leave a review. Your feedback means the world to me and helps others discover the magic of Please Do Tell. And remember, if you have a story you'd like to share or any thoughts you'd like to express, I'm always here to listen. Feel free to reach out to me through our website or social media channels. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep exploring, and keep sharing your stories with the world. I'm your homegirl, Ronnika, and this is Please Do Tell.